Hi guys, my name is Peter. I have been in the area of gifted education for a very long time. I help many students get into OC classes, into assertive schools, and win scholarships at the top of private schools. In this video, I'm talking about creating a strong foundation for English. Now, as a school, the chance is that they already give your child access to a reading aid. It's just that you can't customize. So if you want to change something, you have to see the teacher and you ask for it. Now that can be a bit of a problem. So if you buy your own access to reading aid, it's not so bad. The fee is not very high. And if you do that, I recommend that you join for the whole year. It will be cheap. Now, especially if you have a family with many kids. So you pay, the same price up to 4 kids. So you can pay for the whole year. And you get a bit of a discount. Now, when you get into reading your Express, this is what you get. Now you see at the bottom you have reading X, and it say the age is from 3 to 7, and then you have reading Express, the ages is 7 to 13. So if your child is still in kindy, you probably will be using a reading X, and a bit older kid will be using reading Express. Alright, so let's have a look. So you get in and you have my lesson, that where everything starts. You also have English skill. Now this is about spelling and grammar and learn more vocab. The lesson is something like this. You start the map from map 1 and go all the way. Alright, now reading Express is a pretty reliable system, and surely this is something that you should consider. Be serious, go through and do all the lessons, and that will form the foundation. Now, library. It is important to read books. Now in the library you have about 2,500 books, and there's a big variety, people in society, life science, design and tech and all that kind of thing. So your child should be reading across all different areas. Now you have fiction and you have non-fiction. Both of them are important. What I find is that a lot of children, they don't want to read non-fiction. They want to read fiction because it is fun. But I strongly recommend that you have to get your kid to read both fiction and non-fiction. Non-fiction help the kids to know about the world around them, and it covers a lot of technology and science and all that. So this is really good. Alright, so for the very basic, this is what I recommend. Now, as you use reading your Express as the foundation, you need more advanced stuff, and that is where mathematics yet come in. Now if you go to the module more in mathematics, you got a lot extra that help you enrich student in English. Now look at all the modules. Right on the left hand side here I have a general knowledge. Now this module is a collection of books and video. It covers a lot of things about nature, about science and technology. So those are the extra and very accessible. Now, next you can have story time, where I have a lot of audio books, a lot of stories for kids to enjoy. I have classic tales where I pick some of the very best and I put into that. I have a classic songs where I collect a lot of songs for the kid to listen. Now, all these modules are actually backed up by artificial intelligence. So the AI is at the back, and you will see that they provide more comprehension. So question to help students to understand more about what they listen. I have a module called recommended reading, where I pick very good books, the classic books, small collection. It would serve as the minimum that students should be reading. I have reading skills, where the question will never end. The AI will generate more questions and create more text for the student to do comprehension and checking their skills. And I have stuff like your personal word list. Now this is where students do their English test, and all the words they don't know, they collect the word and put into the personal word list so they can study. I have advanced word that provide a lot of word for students to practice writing, word that recommended for Netherlands writing. And then I have module that train students in certain type of English question, like a sentence close. Now this kind of question is when you have a text and whole sentences are taken out, and then the job of the student is to put them back. Now this kind of question students tend to encounter in the OC test and in the executive test. Then I have module that will handle the thinking skill there, and that also related to English. So I have a lot of things. Now word close is another module that trains students in the kind of question where words are taken out and the student have to put them back in. Your jumble word is a module that trains students in the case that word in a sentence have been randomly moved around and they need to put them back to form a sentence. So you can say that all these are the necessary extension on the basic that will help the student to do well. See, I have so many other modules. Now there's a whole section about writing. Story starter, writing planner, read, summarize and write is a module that helps students to take a work, a piece of writing written by adult, and they can summarize it, and they can get the ideas, and they can recreate the text. That is part of your learning. I have word choice assistant, that helps students to write better sentences, picking good words. I have module like sentence assistant, help them to write a single sentence, whether it's simple or complex. Now the AI is behind all this. The AI will analyze what the student do and give them feedback and give them idea how to improve. And I have a paragraph assistant that helps the student to build a good single paragraph, fiction and non-fiction. So there are so many tools that I have built. Now this will take the student to really advance your level. However, to recap it, a strong foundation is so important, and this is where I recommend students from kindy upward to about year 4 should be working on reading express. And then around year 4 and higher, they will extend that foundation using all these extra modules that I build to help them to improve their reading comprehension, their reasoning, reading skills, and writing.